You see someone who actually flirts is their body language starts to mirror off of you. Hi everyone, I'm going to be talking today about how to tell if a girl likes you. So there's obviously a few obvious tips that you have heard before. First off, if she's sort of like playing with her hair, that's a very obvious one that she's interested because, you know, she's trying to move you towards her. And that's really quite interesting when you actually see someone who actually flirts, is their body language starts to mirror off of you. So if you start to move closer towards her, she starts to move closer as well. And that's including with anyone who is very interested in the conversation. That's the second one. So is she engaged with the conversation that you're talking towards to? You know, as the conversation goes a little bit deeper, or sometimes it could be very surface, it's all about mirroring each other's body, right? If it's a very quick, a fast way to learn about body language, if they're engaged with any conversation that you're talking about, their feet is pointing towards you. So they're actually fully locked down. That's called a lockdown body language right there. Again, if the conversation ends, does she actually still orbits around you? So you kind of left and you hung out with your friends, and the biggest takeaway is, does she come back, or is she sort of like watching on the shoulders there, and she kind of knows that you might be there? Another one is moving the body. So in other words, if you actually are still engaged with a conversation, you can always make a compliment to any woman, and it can't be what her guy friend would say, like, oh, you look pretty today, oh, Cindy, your hair looks really nice, Cindy, I really like that dress on you. It gotta be something really unique and very you know, you're really engaged with her, so you're really attracted to her. So I would even take a step further and be like, hey, I have a little secret I want to tell you. And you can always go to her side or her ear and whisper whatever that is attractive. You can be like, hey, you got really, really, really nice lips. Things like that. Notice her face feature is really important. Not so much of material things. I kind of stay away from nice dress, nice lip color, like anything material that she's wearing. It's not about material things unless you're an alpha woman, that's totally fine, but more about her. Like, I really like your voice, it sounds very sensual, things like that. I love chatting with you. And obviously say it in a nice sexy voice, and nice lips, things like, so focus on maybe she has nice hands, nice legs, something really different what her buddy friend would say, or her gay best friend. Permission. So always ask permission before you enter in anybody's a little bit close atmosphere or space in general, because that's the biggest takeaway. And tell her exactly, secret, can I tell you, right? And you can say and just stand next to her, and that's really getting to her space. And so she's accepting your space and accepting the fact that you're gonna come near her. So don't ever apologize when you compliment any woman. That's the biggest thing that needs to be taken away from this, because a compliment is a compliment, and if a woman can't accept a compliment from a man, then you know what, you can always, you know, if you do feel that rejection right away, so what you're gonna do is like, hey, look, I'm a big flirt, and that's make your confession first. Women love honest men too, so if you're being a flirtatious, hey, just say up front and be like, hey, I'm very flirtatious, and that's about it. And it becomes more playful than a serious manner that you kind of got her in her space and you said nice legs, and you know, she found that really creepy. But honestly, if you made it playful enough, I think it's less harm. For someone who's shy, you can always say, hey, I didn't know that you're shy or introverted. Someone who's introverted is really reserved when it comes to their space. That's the biggest takeaway. So introverts tends to be like myself. I'm a very introverted person, even though I sound like an extroverted. But introverted person tends to be out shy and really reserved when it comes to space. But if you're dealing with a really extrovert and someone who's like love chatting and love talking and love being with people, and it gives them a lot of energy, and maybe alpha woman, for example, alpha women love. That being said, like, hey, you can always come back and say, hey, look, what I meant to say about you having really nice lips. So when you say it like aggressively, they're like, I get it, right? You're asking for attention, and that's nothing wrong with that. And they actually really, really like that. Alpha women tend to love that, just because they want to be heard and they want to be seen, and the message got to be really nice and clear. So alpha woman needs to be, the message got to be very clear. If it's wishy-washy, it's like, oh, I'm being flirtatious with you, it's like, yeah, I like you, but, and some women are not ready for whatever reason. It could be they've gone through a hard relationship or a negative relationship in the past. She would tell you if she likes you or not. Very, very straightforward. That being said, hopefully some of this tip will help you out there in this dating world. I know it could be a hot mess, or it could be a great playground for you. So go ahead and subscribe and like at the bottom. Push the like button, leave a comment below, and I do have a webpage, and you can visit me at www.cindyvking.com and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!